Hello, this is another short presentation concerning asset management, portfolio management, non-performing loans of real estate. See on SlideShare or YouTube and you find more presentations and videos about us. Today we want to speak about minimizing risk for banks in the workout distressed asset area. Since liquidity gets actually more difficult to get, especially for investment in the non-performing loans market with structural problems, we believe banks, for optimizing their loss, that means making less loss, they should reconsider their behavior, use innovative techniques and even new rules and tactics. Let me tell you something about key criteria for the actors of the workout process, which are important to evaluate situation and possible exit strategies. First one is motivation identification. That means, do you want that house investment? Do you care? Do you keep up value? Second one is skill. Are you able to manage the property? That points out more the technical point of view. On the other hand, is a commercial point of view, business control. Are you managing the property as a business, or are you able to manage the property as a business? And last but not least, do you have enough liquidity to manage problems, challenges, that means the property. On the next slide, you see these criteria on the left side, and we speak about the traditional workout process, considering these key criteria. Normally, in a normal mortgage real estate financing situation, the owner, considered as a private person, group, or even professional investor, is fine. Identification with the property mortgage is okay. Skills are fine, or even if he can buy it, if he isn't able physically, let's say. Business control, that means management of the property, is fine, and liquidity is in a good shape. If not, bank wouldn't consider to give him the money before the mortgage. This changes extremely if he gets in economic trouble. Not discussion now about the reasons of faults, but only about the consequences. And he lost his economic power and self-control. I call the situation here distressed. Often the owner, debtor, is not present anymore. At least his motivation, business control, and management motivation often gets worse with time. On the other hand, is the bank not in the situation to manage the property, but more to find a mortgage, let's say, formal legal solution. Even property management, especially in a non-performing loan situation, requires high professionalism, motivation and insisting methods, and attitude to manage successfully. In an NPL situation, the management is even, before it comes to that, extremely neglected, in a bad shape. In that situation, the bank has to take over some duties and maybe involves professional experts called servicing companies. The servicing companies has to handle the real estate till the exit. Most payments are made on the basis of units, hours, days, and service fees. A possible exit with an investor is only at the end of the workout process, after a due diligence process, it means valuation, and finalizing price and contract. He gets paying the agreed price of the property. The investor is highly motivated to make profit. Hopefully is professional in this project, business area, and made his business case. In the past, with a business case and business plan, he got a financing of a financial partner or a bank of some 70-80%. Now, actually, we have the situation that money liquidity is so rare in some areas and bad experience of some financial institutions that financing of these deals gets more and more difficult, if not impossible. The old way doesn't work anymore, as I explained. You see it here on the left side. Future models will be driven by risk sharing using the strong point of each partner. A limited partnership means that risk is divided or limited for the bank. The bank uses positively the investor by letting him investing. He has a high motivation, is trained and professional, so when he brings money in for an improvement on the real estate value, it's fair and a real positive factor for the bank. The bank waits for most or big part of the exit price on the other hand. On the other hand, a business case where the bank takes part of the improvement can mean an extra profit for them. Important is to control, manage the business, and in that specific situation, use the right equipment. That means IT solutions and tools integrating roles, processes, documentation, pictures, contracts, transparent accounting is a must. The tool set of the bank for minimizing these risks are mainly 4 elements. First one, partnership, a special purpose vehicle where the bank puts in the property, the real estate portfolio, dividing shares with the investor. On the left side, you see it here on the slide. Bank stays in the mortgage hypothecarial credit till price is 100% paid. Investor gives equity guarantees to the bank that banks like a lot. Investors invest equity resources in the portfolio real estate. Some comments to add. Risk is higher with structural problems. A common exit plan with milestones, resources, and time schedule is a must for both parties. Transparent communication and auditing is very, very, very important. Nevertheless, a successful exit happens only if value of the property covers the planned exit price. Let's come to a nice contradiction. Traditionally, and by experience, the bank wants to get rid of that property. Now there's no enough liquidity on the market that the investor can pay the 100% purchase price. Important is for fair risk management that the investor invests his equity in the project. That means 20-30% in the real estate, in the portfolio. Investments in property gives a better return on equity if investor is professional, but the bank has to trust his skills and business ability. On the other hand, in this way, the bank has to wait and to make sure money is invested. So the bank has to get involved at least, understanding and auditing the business plan. Some rules and recommendations. Try to get the investor in a risking position, but keep the deal fair to build up and keep it a win-win position for both parties. Tools and methods you use in that partnership depends on many factors and should be implemented depending on the individual task and requirements. The investor is professional and motivated. Consider his proposal of the business plan for the asset. Insist on clear milestones, budgets in money and time, linked with an activity plan, and control it. Maximum transparent open communication, documentation helps to practice an effective partnership. See for that our solution cashflowsync.com in the internet. And last but not least, banks should insist on profit sharing depending on the investment engagement of both parties. Thank you very much for your attention and hope to see you next time.